Today I wanted to make a quick update video on CRO or Cronos or Crypto.com, whatever you want to call it. And we're going to look at the CRO Bitcoin chart, also the others chart to explain why I think CRO, along with a lot of other utility tokens, are about to go absolutely crazy. So if you like today's video, hit the like button. If you like CRO, hit the like button. I don't know, maybe you like birds or something, I don't know. Anyways, we're going to look at Crypto.com Bitcoin chart. And this is on KuCoin. Okay, just has the most data on Crypto.com. And I made a video on this about 2 weeks ago, right? Why I think CRO is going to be one of the best gainers in this year, right? As we go into what I think is going to be altcoin season. I first off want to just talk about why I think that's the case, okay? And then we'll go over back to this Crypto.com Bitcoin chart, and I'll explain to you why this chart is so nice based on Wyckoff, right? Our Wyckoff Accumulation schematic, right? So obviously others, if you haven't watched the live streams or the videos the last week or 2 weeks, we've been talking about why Q1 is when altcoins typically do very, very well in the post-election year, right? So we looked at, say here we're going into Q1 of the post-election year. If you look at the previous cycles, starting in January of the post-election year, okay? We typically see from January to May, we see altcoins do extremely well, right? This is 2020 to 2021, right? January to May was extremely, extremely well in 2021. If we also go back to 2017, we also notice that starting in January, after this longer consolidation, we saw January to May was super, super good for altcoins, right? So if cycles are going to repeat, which I'm a big believer in the cycles, it's played out so far this cycle for Bitcoin and altcoins up to this date. I think this is when we're going to see the altcoin season that everyone's been waiting for, right? The true altcoin season, not the fake one, the true altcoin season. And that leads me to my other thing where I've said tech coins or utility coins are going to outperform. And one of my favorite ones is CRO. And that's not just because of what it is, right? It's on the Staples, the old Staples Center, Crypto.com arena, right? You have all these things going on for CRO. Fundamentally, right? It's biggest, I would argue, other than Coinbase, probably the biggest U.S. exchange. And as crypto becomes more U.S. centric, I think, the utility and the fundamentals are there, right? But let's just talk about the chart, right? The Crypto.com Bitcoin chart strictly today. And if you guys don't know what the structure is, this is simply the Wyckoff Accumulation structure. We talked about this I want to say about 2 weeks ago, how we are just absolutely performing this incredibly. And I think now it looks even better than it did a couple weeks ago. And I'll explain to you guys why. If you don't know the structure, it's, when you have this longer range and you put in these two equal lows, okay, back over here in 2019 and 2021, right? So we're already talking about a 6 or 7 year accumulation schematic. We break that low over here in November as Bitcoin's pumping, altcoin's not doing too much, right? And then you basically get this massive spring back into the range. And that's called the spring phase of the Wyckoff. And if you actually zoom in on what we're doing now, right? We have the two previous lows over here from 2021 and 2019 on CRO Bitcoin. What you'll notice is we are confirming those two previous lows back as support, right? So why is this so good? And why is this so bullish for us? Well, if we talked about this in the last video, but if CRO Bitcoin was to reach back to the top of the range, that would net you about almost 1,000% return, right? And that's if Bitcoin stayed the same. Okay, so Bitcoin did not move; it stayed at 97K, and CRO Bitcoin was to reach back up to the top of the range and complete the Wyckoff accumulation schematic, which we've seen happens for so many altcoins already this cycle. That would already net you a 1,000% gain. If you think Bitcoin's going up 2x, that would net you a 2,000% gain, okay? So the gains here could be kind of crazy, and I just think this chart is setting up so wonderfully for this Wyckoff accumulation schematic to play out on CRO Bitcoin, right? Now, obviously, we can look at CRO USD. I don't even think that does this justice. I really don't think that does this justice at this point. If we just look at the simple fact that others or altcoins do well in Q1, really into May of the post-election year, and we just simply look at the CRO Bitcoin chart, what we'll notice is, okay, if altcoins do well and CRO Bitcoin looks so good, I think it's just set up to be one of the better gainers in this next upcoming, what I truly believe will be the real altcoin season, the utility altcoin season. All right. So obviously we can look at the top of the range. Usually these Wyckoffs do break out of the range, but my target is, the 0.000175 level for CRO Bitcoin. If we get higher than that, great, right? That would be fantastic, but I'm not going to aim for any higher than that. Typically these do break out, retest. They do something like this. They break out, retest, continuation. But obviously then you'd be looking at some crazy dynamic that I don't even know what's going on in the world. So CRO Bitcoin looks extremely good. If we just look at CRO USD, after we got this major impulse to the upside, we have gotten a nice correction, right? And we've reset, if we just go to the 3-day, which is one of my favorite indicators, we've kind of reset the stock RSI and the RSI back down to the 50 level, which a lot of times can lead to continuation in these bullish markets, right? Just to show you guys, last time we were at this level back over here in 2021, we did get a similar type of pullback right to the same price level. The 3-day RSI also reset to that level and then pushed up for this bigger blow off top. And that's what I do think is coming for CRO. And I actually think it's going to go higher than its previous 2021 top. If the CRO Bitcoin chart, as we already talked about, goes up to just the 2021 highs. Right? Because Bitcoin's at a higher price. So I just think we have the perfect storm coming up in Q1, guys. It's not just CRO. I think it's a lot of these utility tokens, XRP, CRV, Chainlink, I think are just set up for incredible runs here. And CRO is just one of my favorites. And I think I'm going to make a Chainlink video, and it's so similar to CRO. I'll make a Chainlink video tomorrow to explain to you guys my thoughts on that. But just want to make a quick CRO update video and keep you guys in the loop that, we have gotten a little bit of a pullback on CRO Bitcoin, but it's gotten a pullback to a incredible level. So I'm just excited what's coming up in Q1, guys. So if you enjoyed this quick little CRO update video and explaining my thoughts on this and why the structure is just so beautiful, just let me know in the comments what you think. Are you bullish on CRO? Are you not bullish on CRO? Do you like birds? I don't know. But I'll catch you guys in the next video. Take care. Much love. See you guys in the Chainlink video tomorrow.